the wildlife in the Fallout series has always been one of the more interesting aspects of the games. You have creatures like rad roaches and giant ants, which are probably as normal as you can get for post-apocalyptic wildlife, and then on the other hand you have Mirelurks and Deathclaws, as well as all of the other horrors that escape from Big Mountain. Although if you're playing Taylor 2 Wasteland, something I'm sure you'll notice is that enemy varieties are sorta lacking, when compared to New Vegas anyways. But the PARCS mod, which stands for Pack of Arcs Random Creatures and Stuff, fully implements some new enemies for you to encounter when exploring the wastes, alongside a couple new locations and weapons for you to find as well. Installing the mod you'll find 6 new enemies. Now let's start things off with water geckos. These guys come in 3 main forms: your younger geckos, normal water geckos, and finally the giant ones. These cute little guys can be found around water sources in the capital wasteland, and they even get their own cave in the north of the map, where a tougher gecko lurks inside. Alongside these little guys you'll usually be able to find riverlurks, who are a new variation of Mirelurks, and these guys aren't limited to just the capital wasteland. You can find them in the Mojave as well. The riverlurks are inspired from an old New Vegas mod which added in desert lurks, which was unfortunately removed from the Nexus due to using Fallout 3 assets. A rule which I still strongly disagree with when it comes to New Vegas anyways. But getting back to the mod, riverlurks boast a much harder shell than their counterparts in my experience, and their pincers are definitely something to look out for. These guys are slightly tougher than your traditional Mirelurk after all. But it's not just new animals you can encounter, as Nkin have been added to the DC Super Mutant level list, so now you can encounter them when exploring the capital. Their DC counterparts stem from a need of more just super mutant variety, and bring with them 2 new weapons you can add to your arsenal: the Suppressed Assault Carbine and Vertibird Blade. Now if you think the Nkin in this mod look kinda familiar, it's because they might. Some promotional images for New Vegas that I unfortunately can't find for the life of me include the Fallout 3 style of mutant being used for Nitkins, which was scrapped for the final game, probably being placeholder. But with this mod, you can experience them in the capital wasteland, where they feel right at home amongst the other mutants, even getting an Overlord variant. But Nkin aren't the only New Vegas enemy that have made their way over. For better or worse, Cazadors aren't only a concern making the run north of Good Springs to Vegas anymore. Rad Wasps are based off the real-life red pepper wasps from the south and midwest of America, which is why they nest more vertically than Cazadors and can be found hanging around overpasses in the wastes. But it's not all doom and gloom surrounding these guys. Not only are they weaker than their Mojave relatives, but inspired by Hopper's Cazador Gauntlet mod, if you collect enough of their stingers you can craft the Wasp Fist. And once you travel to the Mojave, the same can be done for Cazadors, whose sting are much more powerful than the wasps, and this is reflected in the weapon as well. Waste Wolves have been added to the K9 level lists, so you can expect to find a pack of them anywhere you'd normally find wandering vicious dogs in game. These cute little pups have taken design keys from Skyrim's wolves, and like the water geckos, they have a den you can find in the southern border of the map near Tenpenny, and this one's worth exploring, because inside you can find the Laser Defender here, and this is yet another new weapon that stems from an unfinished project, but thankfully here it is in all of its glory, to help you purify the wastes. On the topic of weapons, this mod also includes a pipe bomb which can be used by raiders and found in mailboxes and are also craftable. Similarly, you can also cook various new food items stemming from the creatures added in with this mod, and if you want, there's another mod by Art called Wolfmeat you can pick up, which is ESPless and standalone from this mod, taking inspiration from QuibQuib's unique dog meat mod, so this boy is prepared to tackle the wastes with you, looking more vicious than ever. And during your adventures with Wolfmeat, you might want to stumble across the newly infested Foggy Bottom metro station, because as this is another Millenia team mod, you can expect to find some unique weapons placed around the world. I highly suggest you pick this mod up, be it for the new weapons, which all include really nice NVSE animations by the way, new creatures, or just to freshen up your next run through Taylor 2 Wastelands. But that's not all, as Ark released the Special Candy Bars mod, inspired from an item found in the game Run Like Hell, Hunt or Be Hunted, which was published by Interplay. Triangle City did a really good short covering this, which you should really watch if you haven't already. But this game included a Pip-Boy brand protein bars, and now you can find something similar in the Wasteland. They function pretty similarly to how bobbleheads do in Fallout 76, giving you a temporary plus to one of your special attributes. And this is really nice, as it's a good way to give yourself a little boost without using chems. And you can find them pretty much anywhere you'd expect, so in containers, inventories, and each one having a unique look, which you can really admire if you pick up Alt's animations for B42 Inspect that add the special candy bars to the list of items that B42 Inject supports. So you can now get a nice animation whenever you eat one of these. And yeah, this is a cool little mod you should probably pick up. Now, we're not going to have enough time to get into everything in this video, but it is worth mentioning that another Millenia also got updated recently. And this comes with new weapons, new uniques, and yeah, definitely worth checking that mod out and having it in your load order if you don't already. The weapons it adds to the game is genuinely insane, all of them being really well balanced, and the uniques give you a nice reward for hunting around the Mojave. So yeah, and oh, it's not just the Mojave, sorry. Taylor 2 Wastelands also there's also a patch which adds in Taylor 2 Wasteland support, and I mean, if you're using the previous mods mentioned, you should probably be using that as well. Yeah, this has sort of gone off script, but anyways, yeah. I hope you enjoyed. With that being said, huge thank you to ArcCharger for helping out with this video by providing some extra information and some nice little details we likely wouldn't have known otherwise. And thank you to the channel members. Your support helps out more than you can ever know, and if you really want to find a way to support the channel, consider becoming one. Or maybe just liking the video and subscribing. Anyways, I hope you have a good day, and yeah.